Roommate is not the problem. You are. Because you're a coward. Yeah, I said it. Sit with it. This isn't a rant. There's a step-by-step structure for fixing this. That's why the guide exists. But first, we need to tell the truth. If your room feels like a war zone, if you're tiptoeing around your own space like a guest, if you're rage scrolling at midnight because someone ate your food, stole your charger, blasted music, invited strangers, or turned your room into a biohazard, and you haven't said a single clear sentence about it, that's on you. And if you don't know how to say it, if your brain freezes the second confrontation shows up, go check the guide. I broke this down step by step to stop hiding behind "I don't know what to say." Not because you're weak, not because you're a bad person, but because you're hiding behind silence and calling it being nice. And I'm done letting you lie to yourself about that. Let's run the tape. You didn't say anything when they left dishes for 3 days. They took your stuff just this once. They invited people without asking. They stayed up loud when you had class. You smiled. You said it's fine. You swallowed it. And now you hate them. Congratulations. You trained them perfectly. Because here's the brutal truth nobody tells you. Unspoken resentment turns nice people into liars. You didn't communicate. You performed. You nodded while building a case in your head. You smiled while mentally sentencing them. You're not easygoing. You're conflict avoidant. You're not low maintenance. You're afraid of being disliked. You're not keeping the peace. You're delaying the explosion. You're the quiet one who suddenly snaps. The one who vents to everyone except the person involved. That's not kindness. That's emotional negligence. I already know what you're thinking. They should already know. No, they shouldn't. Adults use words. I don't want to start drama. You didn't avoid drama, you scheduled it. I'll deal with it later. Later is when resentment becomes cruelty. If this is making you angry, good. That means you recognize yourself. Now, listen carefully. Here's where this stops being an attack and starts being power. You were never taught how to live with other humans. Nobody sat you down and said, here's how to share space without losing your mind. You were taught be polite, don't cause problems, don't be too much. So you learn to disappear. This isn't a character flaw. It's a missing skill. And skills can be learned. Let me reset your nervous system for a second. Boundaries are not punishment. They are instructions. A boundary says this is how to treat me if you want access to my life. Most roommate conflict is not about personality. It's about expectation that were never spoken out loud. You assumed quiet meant common sense. Sharing meant respectful. Clean meant obvious. Guess meant reasonable. They assumed no complaint equals permission. Both of you are wrong, so we fix it. This is not therapy. This is not a heart-to-heart. This is logistics. Step 1. Pick one issue. Not 5, not the whole history, not the personality. One behavior. Examples: noise after 10, guests without warning, shared items, dishes overnight. Step 2. Use this sentence. Do not improvise. I want our room to feel good for both of us. There's one thing that's been affecting me, and I want to fix it together. Then state the behavior, state the request. No backstory, no moral argument. Step 3, write it down. Paper, notes app, whiteboard. If it's not written, it's imaginary. Step 4, set a check-in, 15 minutes, once a month. That's how adults live together. Now come here. If you're sitting there thinking, I feel awful, I should have spoken sooner, breathe. You didn't fail. You coped with the tools you had at the time. You were trying to survive. You're not too much. You were just silent too long. And that doesn't make you broken. It makes you human. If your room has felt like a cage instead of a refuge, you're not alone. And the moment you chose clarity over silence, your place will start to exhale again. Not because they changed, but because you did.